Mary Torres is no longer the general manager of the Port Authority of Guam. During a board meeting Wednesday, members approved a motion for Joanne Brown to take over her position permanently. Torres said that she acknowledges their decision to replace her, but she is disappointed that despite her positive and noteworthy accomplishments over the past 10 months, the board chose to dismiss her from her duties.
I'm appalled and saddened that 6 employees, most of them longtime members of the Port family, have lost their jobs as a result of a politically motivated investigation.
On Tuesday, 6 employees were terminated at the port related to an ongoing investigation into leave and workmen's compensation issues. They were Corporate Services Manager Vivian Leon, Personnel Services Administrator Francine Rocio, Port Marketing Administrator Bernadette Stern-Meno, Controller Jojo Guevara, Program Coordinator Josette Havalosa, and Personnel Specialist Francis Areola. Torres explained that the investigation centered on workmen's compensation issues, a request for funding for off-island medical treatment, and a travel request for a TA involving an employee who was injured in September 2011, 5 months before she was appointed by the board. Torres said she relied on prior approvals, and after obtaining additional information from the safety administrator, she subsequently approved the TA, which was then routed to Adelup as required by the Chief of Staff and was flagged. Torres said she was accused of misconduct for her actions. She further alleges Chief of Staff Frank Areola offered to have her transferred to become the general manager of the Guam Visitors Bureau.
He told me in no uncertain terms that my options were to go to GVB, resign, or be fired by the board. The findings of fact and conclusions of law were obviously drafted with the intention of reaching a predetermined result, which was not surprising because the employee who was seeking workers' compensation was perceived to be a political enemy of the governor, allegedly responsible for altering the Calvo-Tenorio platform known as Blueprint 2020. In fact, the Chief of Staff directly told me that this entire exercise was all about getting this employee fired, and that I, in his words, was collateral damage.
Meanwhile, former Governor Felix Camacho was at today's board meeting and joined his sister along with her husband, Supreme Court of Guam Justice Robert Torres, and Torres' daughter at this afternoon's press conference. He said he was fully aware of the alleged political maneuvering that has occurred.
Politically, I'm surprised that Governor Calvo has allowed this process to get out of hand. It is like a runaway train and he has allowed, I believe, the Port Board of Directors to act, to run amok and act irresponsibly. As in all things of this magnitude, the governor is never outside of it.
Camacho adding that he is disturbed as a Republican former governor to see what has occurred under Republican administration, not only to his sister, but to the 6 employees who were part of the key management of the port. He adds it was evident Governor Calvo gave his blessing in this matter, and only time will tell what may happen, as Governor Calvo is up for re-election in 2 years.
There's much at stake, I think, administratively, with all the initiatives that the port is faced with moving forward. And bringing in Joanne Brown does not provide enough stability, I think, when you've got the core of management that has been gutted.
KUAM News has confirmed that 3 of the employees who were terminated have already filed an appeal with the Civil Service Commission. The others have 20 days to follow suit. Board Chairman Dan Tidinko, meanwhile, would not comment in detail about any of the personnel matters, only saying that General Manager Brown is working with the employees to fill whatever voids may be and doing the proper allocation of personnel resources. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.